to let him out.
Oh, the dog just gets in my face and goes.
Sometimes mine just stand over me and stare. I have littler dogs, and it's really kind of creepy because I wake up and it just scares the hell out of me. It's like because you're not expecting, someone staring you in the face.
Yeah, Willow's a small dog. She's a village mutt.
Those are the good kind.
It is. I mean, we got her. She was basically one day away of being taken out back and destroyed. Yeah. Yeah,
that's so sad.
She's a rescue.
Yeah, we have had a few rescues over the years. And non-rescue, but...
She was going to be a foster dog. I
was out fishing with some guys that I used to play EverQuest with.
Well, Dex was one of them.
And she had Dex. Anyway, she had to put down our other dog. And so she called and said, I'm gonna foster this dog. And as I looked at Dex and the other guys, I said, we've got a new dog.
Yeah, that would probably happen to me.
You got to admit, she's a good dog.
Yeah, she's a smart dog. Just a pain in the ass at 1 in the morning.
She's a good fishing buddy.
Who are we on tonight? First one.
Avatar.
The one I slept through last week.
Well, you were waiting for me to come home.
No, this was before that.
Oh.
Anybody test the theory yet you could jump off without dying?
It's
no,
been
would
tested.
You like to try?
Yeah, it's been tested. It doesn't work. No.
No. You die.
No, yeah.
Can you pally bubble?
Well, because you keep falling.
Oh, is that like an empty void down there?
I'm sure there's a bottom. Yeah.
You'll eventually find. This is the one you jump into when you get blown back up, right?
No.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of it. Because we took the elevator down. But see, there's still more below the elevator.
The elevator, they brought us up last night, so me and someone else got rezzed.
Kind of sound like you're in a bathroom there, Cal.
It's my new mic.
Get a refund?
Flush. Is it too tinny or too deep?
It just you sound different. Hear kind of an echo, like you're sitting in a bathroom or something.
Actually, sounds kind of nasally.
Yeah.
Well, see, I logged on and all my shit had changed in WoW.
That's not good.
I mean, my resolution changed. I mean, I didn't do anything to it.
So it was a bathroom thing.
Yeah. Oh, this might be why.
Are you not using the mic you think you're using?
Yeah, it's picking
This
up
is not the mic you're looking for. Don't go to default.
That's what you get for not using a gaming PC.
Dex has to do that every once in a while for the podcast.
You have to find my wife a better job.
I like my job.
But I can't afford a gaming PC.
Sucks to be you.
I like you.
So you can't afford a gaming PC, but your kid can afford an expensive VR unit?
Kid had to buy it on his own.
Yeah, with his college funds.
You ever try putting one together by yourself, Cal? It'd be a lot cheaper that way.
Oh yeah, we've done that several times.
I guess then this would not be the time to say that I'm playing on a Mac.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You can play with your Mac anytime, honey.
Yes, I can.
Wow.
Sorry.
Now, if Cal was playing on a Mac, that'd be a problem.
Last year, I got my new iMac, and Mac generously donated his PFD to the cause, so I could go out and get a 27-inch iMac.
Nice.
Nice.
We have a couple Mac users.
Yeah, I know of one. He loves his.
I went and got myself a decent monitor. I found one at a pawn shop, actually. Pretty cheap.
Else get booted out a while?
Nope.
I don't know. Is this 21 inches? Is that what this one is?
No, you've got a 24, dear.
24, okay.
You don't have to worry about viruses.
No, I don't.
That's a bad attitude to have.
Try again, honey.
Wasn't there just an article about a bunch of people on Mac getting hit with some malware that was using their cameras?
Yeah, just because it's harder to do doesn't mean it's impossible.
Right.
Oh, that's true. I mean, I have virus protection and I have malware protection on mine.
She doesn't have Macware protections.
I'm not.
Macware?
Yeah, well,
he
comes down and he looks and he's just like, he shakes his head every time.
How does this sound? Does it sound any better?
Yep.
A little better.
It's called Mac Aggro.
A little better.
Just a little?
Yeah.
You do sound
Sounds
kind
good.
of fine, though, Cal. I mean, it's just different.
Yeah, I mean, you sound fine. It's just different sounding.
You're also kind of quiet.
You always sound fine to me.
You could turn yourself up a little.
But yeah, the problem with building your own computer, though, I mean, you can build one that'll play the game for fairly cheap, but then you start going through all the catalogs and the online stores and whatnot, and you're like, ooh, that graphics card is so pretty. I think I can afford that. Maybe can I afford that? I don't know.
Well, you know what? When you go out, you buy. I did this for my daughters. I just bought us like base units, and then I went out and upgraded our hard drives. I bought additional solid state drives. I updated our graphics cards. I added more memory, and even all of that, because we were both due, so I'd been saving. But even all of that was still less than if I had somebody else do it, which was one nice thing. I mean, it's not. I can't hear anybody again. Cheap, but it's
no, and it's really not
definitely
that difficult. It's just scary. People get intimidated.
Yeah,
by
no, it's really easy to do when you.
I would have had a better computer last year, but our governor decided to half our PFD. Jackass. Anyways.
Well, what I like to do is build the rig and then use my old video card for like 6 months or a year, and that way in 6 months you got a new generation video card. And plus you split the cost out a little bit.
Shit. Yeah, I feel I kind of screwed up with my computer, and that will be an investment not too long down the future. Is
error.
I got the processor I got and the motherboard that I got. I wish I hadn't gone AMD. I wish I would have went Intel. My video card is pretty good, but my processor is just, because this is such a processor-based game, it kind of struggles sometimes.
I'm old and I struggle with my processor.
But no, I've got an AMD A350. Which
I had AMDs for a long time. We only finally broke down. Well, my daughter had an Intel, but I only finally broke down about Intel last year. Yeah, first one last year.
Yeah, I think my next upgrade is going to be to get the motherboard and RAM to switch over to an Intel i7 probably.
Yeah, the only
AMD
I've
the
ever
prices
had,
will
the
be real
computer
decent
glitched.
then too. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
I think I did. It's my fault.
It was dual talk over.
But my video card is what is it, 380X or whatever, the AMD one, which I mean it works great. It's just with this game, it's almost like you need an Intel processor to actually function really good, you know? Like when we get into some of the really heavy fights, my processor
well, you know what it is?
really
You need to
struggling.
yeah, the processor needs to be able to support the video card. And with some of the,
Well,
you know,
It's the way they built this game, because like I can go play Overwatch on the most ultra of ultra settings and not have a single issue. It's only this game because it's so built around the processor, because it's such an old engine.
Yeah, because I run a performance monitor sometimes, like when I buy a new video card, to see how much drag it's putting on the processor when I'm in WoW versus other stuff, and it is
entered your channel.
Definitely, it's processor
made
intense.
Like 2002 or something like that, wasn't it?
3 or 4. Well,
2004 is when WoW came out, I think.
And before that was just Warcraft.
But yeah, I mean, this is such an old engine, and it's all based off the processor. So if you don't have a good processor, it's going to struggle. It doesn't matter what video card you have. I mean, the video card does play into it some, but it's more what your processor you have.
Microphone muted.
But for right now, I mean, it's working. I just
click, please.
I hope that I can afford to get an upgrade by the time the next expansion comes out and changes everything up again, and I need more power. You sound, I mean, we can hear you fine. It's just,
you
sound different.
better, though, from originally. Unless I'm just getting used to it.
Well, does it sound a lot different from last night?
Yeah, it's you sound echoey, like you're talking on a phone in the bathroom. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Oddly specific.
What type of mic? Is it a headset mic or?
Yeah, it's the Logitech 933. It's brand new.
Okay, just making. All right, just making sure you didn't have a mic that had. I mean, some of them have directional, omnidirectional, and stuff like that on them. Those can give you some weird sounds sometimes.
Okay, I have 2 retribution hammers on me.
Oh, I suppose I can check that.
So do I.
Me too. Me 3.
Don't worry about it. Just take it. Love it.
Ma'am.
Take it and like it.
It's an aura, it's not a buff, so it affects everybody.
Gotcha.
There's 2, because all taken is in prospect.
Man, that's a good looking tier set. I wish I could get tier for my Death Knight.
Oh, I did finally use that, and it what it ends up doing is you can use Army of the Dead twice during a boss fight.
Does it sound any better now?
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, how about this?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
Well, no. So there's like 4 different places you have to set microphones, and I forgot this is Logitech, and I went into Logitech. Sure enough, that microphone had turned all the way down.
Well, now I gotta go turn you down.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It was Mac's fault. He made me check it.
I blame it on the dolphin.
I blame the dolphin.
At least I didn't have you up so loud that when you came in, it blew my eardrum out.
So Cal, with Discord, I'm not happy on the ease of setup. It was not easy.
Checking the stove one more time.
It just depends on who it is. I mean, I never had a problem first time I set it up.
I didn't either.
Yeah, well.
I made Johnny set mine up.
And I think well, just me, but I think it's better just to go download it and have it, on your computer as a setup, because when I went in today with it not downloaded and tried to just go straight like you guys said, it wanted me to set it all up again, all over again. And I'm
No. Yeah, no, you want to...
Setting it up. and then it's done.
You want to
Yeah, that's the way you
download
want
the
it.
app. You do not want to run it off your browser.
The browser's just a nice option for in a pinch, but if you,
Now it'll
want to
mess
have
up
the
your
app,
it'll mess up your mic. You'll hear
You can't
anybody
chat when
talking
you're in
on
the
it when you're
browser.
not on it.
Yeah, I downloaded.
Well, I don't know the difference. I know the difference on my phone is an app, but what's the difference on my computer?
it's just like having TeamSpeak installed rather than using it through your browser. Just a different version of a voice like TeamSpeak or Skype, or it's just a different version of it.
So you want it downloaded, right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
need to download it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that wasn't clear on the note that you made on the. Maybe it was just me the way I read it, but the note you put on the guild thing, it confused me.
No, it's always Cal's fault. You know how it goes.
Yeah, it says don't use the browser. Download and use the app.
Yeah. Maybe it needed a comma.
Oh, that Oxford comma will get you every time.
All right, I'll put a comment. I can't do it with this guy, but I'll put a comment.
No, don't worry about it. It's just me. I was just like, wait. I think because the first time I tried it, it was after raid, and so I was tired. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this, and then it was all messed up.
Yeah.
Unholy, did you get those boots from Bling? I've never seen him give out epics like that before.
All right.
Probably
here's a piece,
not,
and
'cause
then
he got
why
a
don't we
blood,
head down
too.
and deal with whatever trash there is.
Well, I know Bling will
We'll
give
catch
out
stragglers
bloods.
downstairs.
I have gotten bloods from Bling.
No, I've never gotten a blood.
Don't use. Yeah, it says don't use the browser download. Well,
User entered your
that's
channel.
the only way I got it to work. I don't understand this. Use the app.
So the app, you just go to their website and download the program. Versus the program running in, like if you're using Firefox, instead of the program running in Firefox, you download the program and run it on your computer and forget your browser.
They have a browser app is basically what he's getting at, and then there's like a browser application, and then there's just an application that gets installed in your machine. You want the one that installs in your machine.
Okay.
Are you Windows?
Yeah.
I just
got
put
it.
the link in.
That's the way I have it now and set up now. It's just that, yeah, that really confused me. Sorry.
The way it was written should have been two separate sentences. Don't download the browser, period. Download, or don't use the browser, period.
Yeah.
Download the app and use it, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
Well,
Mike, by the way.
I went to school as a nuclear engineer, not an English major.
No. Like it's me because everybody else understands this stuff better than I do, and so I'm just kind of trying to follow it by the letter, and I'm like, I don't get it.
No.
But I think I've got it worked out.
It's always my fault.
When I got it, I didn't know there were two different things. I just went and downloaded the
Yeah,
thing
I've
off
never
the site, so I
seen
didn't
two
know there
different
was
places.
a browser version.
Yeah, I never saw two different places, so it's good. It's all good. I think we'll find out when I try to use it.
Well, we can.
It's not being all my fault, you know.
Yeah. See what you stepped into? We can test it afterwards if you want, just to make sure.
Good idea.
Any way I can get a summons?
Yeah, we're working on it.
They're working on it.
You have to run.
In circles.
Yes, in circles.
You can run in squares if you want. I'm not opposed to that. I go either way.
Huh.
Thank you.
That's news to
So
your
many
mind.
wrong things we
You're
can say
welcome.
there.
Yeah, that's why I just yelled at him.
I like to leave myself wide open to see who steps in.
Just say no.
Sure you do.
Because that's not another opening.
That's totally another opening right there.
And not going there.
But you wanted to.
Oh, he wanted to.
All right. I
Hey,
think that's
boys,
everybody.
Can we get mana buns?
Mana buns coming up.
Thank you.
Got them coming up over here.
Give a selection.
Yeah, I know. 3, 4. We got 4.
Did you do a cauldron?
No, not till we get to the boss.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to flax, so I just wanted to double check before.
Yeah, I just hope we get another healer before we get to a boss.
We're not going
Why
up,
are you,
guys.
we're not going up. Where are you going?
No, we go up this hallway, up these stairs.
You can go up there, but
If we need it, I've already asked someone to switch.
Alright, well,
all right,
let's pull
let's do it.
trash.
Oh wait, I gotta set you as focus.
Oh crap, I'm playing my mage and not my druid. Okay.
There he is! Shoot him! Shoot him!
One shot him.
Alright, so well, he's busy yapping at us. Does anybody need any kind of refresher on what we're supposed to do here?
That'd be good. Sorry.
Not die?
Yeah, that's a key point in the fight. Alright, I don't know how well you hear him over me or anything.
Nah, go ahead.
I don't hear him at all.
Alright.
You know the
Oh,
mage
okay.
is not in this fight in Malifaux?
Okay. Alright, so basically what's
Yeah, I
going to
saw
happen
that.
here is there's going to be these things called containment pylons, and they are going to pop up each one of these little circles like this, that there are 5 of them around the room here. And the ad over there, the Maiden of Valor, is going to get tanked between whichever one of these containment pylons and the boss, and she's going to soak the beam. And then after she soaks the beam for a little while, she's going to do something called Cleansing Protocol. Now, when Cleansing Protocol happens, all DPS need to switch from the boss there to the Maiden of Valor and target the Maiden of Valor and hit it as hard as you can, because if we don't knock down her shield, which is worth 5% of her total health, before the cast goes off, then she explodes and it's a wipe. So basically it's a do or die type of thing. So whenever she does her Cleansing Protocol, everybody focus the Maiden of Valor and damage it. As soon as that Cleansing Protocol is over, she'll take 25% of her health off immediately and then switch back to the boss, because the more we damage the boss in the first phase here, or in this first part, the easier the second part's going to be. We're going to keep doing that, but during that time that we're running around damaging the boss here, there are going to be 3 things that happen. One is called Unbound Chaos, and that happens to everybody, and it happens fairly frequently, and you're going to drop, I think it's 3 little swirlies on the ground, or 3 or 4, that fall behind you. You just run, and they drop, and then they explode. You've got a second or 2 until they explode, so just be careful. Try not to run into anybody else's yellow swirlies that show up on the ground behind them. It only happens for a second, then it goes away.
So it's like having bad chili.
Yeah, kind of. It's a lot like, you know, like the flames you dropped on Gul'dan, yeah. Except for they don't leave patches that stay on the ground. It just explodes and then it's gone and it's clear. All right, now there's also going to be something called Shadowy Blades, and Shadowy Blades is 3 large purpley-looking daggers that spawn just around the base underneath the fallen avatar, and they are going to point at 3 different players. We found that basically just kind of more or less remain where you are, and try not to, you know, like run around too much, because other players can try and move themselves out of the path, because after a few seconds, the Shadowy Blade is going to shoot out from the center and head directly towards you, and it'll hit you, do some damage, and it'll hit anybody else that's in the path and do a little bit of damage and knock back to them as well. Try not to be overlapped on anybody else that has the Shadowy Blade. So if you and the person standing next to you both get Shadowy Blades, get away from each other, because that damage will double up and it could possibly kill you. So just try, if you see the Shadowy Blades and it's not on you, just get out of the path that the arrow is pointing at. The other thing that happens is Ruptured Reality. Ruptured Reality is something the boss casts, And basically what's going to happen is he's going to cast the spell, and the closer you are to the boss, the more damage you take. If you are way out here by where the singularities spawn, or the containment pylons spawn, rather, then you're not going to take a whole lot of damage. If you're like in the middle, like around this area where I'm at, you're going to take a medium amount of damage. If you're up next to the boss, you're going to die, or take a massive amount of damage and almost die. So when he does Ruptured Reality, just run away from the boss and get a good amount of distance. You don't have to run all the way to the back of the room, but around here is a pretty good amount. You know, we can put a little bit of strain on our healers, you know, not too much. But basically, the further away you are, the less damage you take.
DBM is already preset as runaway little girl, so
yeah,
when you hear that, that means run away.
Yep, and just get back to a reasonable amount. And then once we get the boss, or once the Maiden of Valor dies, usually we're going to get like 3 to 4 of those cleansing protocols from the Maiden. If we get to 4, then that's perfect, and then she dies right after the 4th one, and then the boss will start absorbing the beam, and when he hits 100% energy, he's going to smash the floor. We're going to fall down on the platform below. It's a big it's basically like a cooled lava platform on a lava field. Try and stay out of the lava. This is kind of a race against time. We don't have any more shadowy blades, and we don't have any unbound chaos when we get to the bottom. But what we still get is Ruptured Reality, which he'll cast every now and again. You just got to run far away from the boss, and then he's going to blow up, and then he'll smash some of the ground. Basically all the ground that gets hit by the Ruptured Reality will fall away, and we'll gradually lose the platform. The tanks are going to try and take the boss out into the lava so we don't lose as much platform. They're going to do that starting a little bit earlier today than they did last week. But you still want to make sure that you run away from the boss when he does the Ruptured Reality. Then there's going to be a thing called Dark Mark. Dark Mark is going to be a fairly large purple circle. I think it's a 10-yard purple circle that goes around 2 players every time it goes out. And when it expires, it does damage split between all players within the circle. So we need at least 3 players to get into that circle with the person with the Dark Mark. And like, let's say Johnny is the Dark Mark and I'm standing in the circle. I'm going to get blown backwards away from him when it goes off. And it's going to throw me quite a distance. So you basically want to make sure that you're aimed so that when you get blown back, you land on a piece of the platform. If we start running out of the platform starts getting really small, we may call for people to sacrifice themselves. That means if you get the Dark Mark on you, get away from everybody and like go off towards the edge of the lava and whatnot, and just blow up there by yourself. If you have Ice Block or some other immunity cooldown, you can use that at that time. But when we call for sacrifices, it's because we don't want to blow people into the lava anymore. So either use an immunity or a healing cooldown or something on yourself, but otherwise just go off by yourself and die. And that's it. That's the whole fight.
Lorelei made a good point. You don't want to overlap those circles either.
No, you don't, because you'll do double damage on people and all that. So yeah, the circles need to be separated out, and we need at least 3 players in each one.
I put the cauldron down.
We did really well with this last week. We almost got it. I think we were pretty close. It's really important that we just blast the boss with some mad damage at the beginning of the fight here before we go downstairs, and that we finish off the Maiden. As we're doing the fight, try and stay within range of the Maiden, regardless if you're melee or if you're ranged. Always try and stay within range of the Maiden, because if the Maiden goes into her cleansing protocol, you need to be in range to start DPSing it down quickly. Use 1 for the ranged and 1 for the melee? What do you mean, Laura?
Purple circles.
Oh,
the
the
circles
dark
at the
marks?
bottom. The dark circles, yes. You're going to have ranged out behind where melee is anyway. So usually you'll get 1. If you do, if you get 2 melee, 1 can move back for a minute.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Or if you just get everybody in 2 circles, and the damage isn't as much.
Yep, it's just really key as to where you position yourself around the person in the center, because it's going to throw you backwards away from that player. So just make sure you're not pointed towards the lava.
This is for flasks.
All right, finish them off.
Remember to be targeting the fallen avatar as much as possible. Only switch to the maiden when she's doing the cleansing protocol.
All right, let's do this.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Run away.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Moon.
Destruction.
Cleansing protocol, switch to the main blaster. Nice job, switch back to the avatar.
She's taking a lot of splash damage where she is.
That's fine.
Yeah, you need to move her back away from the boss.
Run away, little girl.
Why is that?
She's
About
taking a lot of
halfway.
splash damage.
She
Keep her
can.
about
We're
at the halfway circle there.
Tanks down.
I was talking about the stuff that you drop. If you guys run straight back instead of a crisscross, because you guys are dropping it on.
Yeah, you just run straight back with that, then you don't get everybody stepping in it.
Yeah.
Destruction.
Cleansing protocol.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
That was very
Star.
close.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Second hero, please.
Beware.
Ricky's dead again.
Res.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Destruction.
Cleansing.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Didn't get the cleansing down.
Everybody's not on the maiden.
We had
They
too many
ran away
people
because
down.
of the rupture, but you just have during that third part there. Don't worry so much about taking a little bit of damage. Like only go to about the middle, and just stay on the maiden with the cleansing there.
Yeah, the middle's still survivable as far as damage. You just take damage.
We also
if you release, you end up
down.
right at the bottom of the stairs.
It seems like we're kind of close on the DPS, Joe. Just a thought. You have a second hero. Can you do it on the cleansing protocol? If we have a couple people down?
Yeah, I could. I don't...
it's just a thought.
If I was going to do it on one, I would only do it on that third one that usually shows up during a rupture. Because the third cleansing protocol almost always shows up during a rupture. It happened last week too.
It's just a thought.
Yeah, the thing is if I do that though, then I'm holding on. Then I either have to burn my heavy DPS cooldowns, and I'm burning them on her. We should be able to DPS her without me doing that, but
that's why I mentioned if we get a couple people down.
Yeah.
Because we lost Unholy, and he's what, top 1 or 2 DPS.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be better to use those abilities? That would be better for the raid than personal.
That it is no. That's the second hero is a part of my legendary. It's basically I get a secondary hero because I have a ring that allows me to do that. It's not something that it can only affect other mages who have that same ring currently.
It doesn't affect everybody else's DPS?
No, it's a legendary that we have.
It just affects it just affects the second hero is only for mages who have the hero ring currently equipped.
And because if somebody else the reason he's asking for a second hero is because if he throws the first, he can't throw another one for 5 minutes. So unless another mage is able to throw it. So we throw it, or else, like if we don't have but one mage in the group, then a hunter can throw their hero, or somebody else can throw theirs. But then you can do your own personal. Because you're the only mage.
Am I running in space?
Do we know why the tank died twice? Is there something that healing
Just
thing?
fail.
Fail.
Just full of fail.
Okay.
Yeah, the first hero that we fire off is for everybody else. I don't get to use my legendary until after we've used the first hero. So we use the first hero, that goes out for everybody, and then I wait for another moment to do my own. Or to call for one.
So Bowie, it says you need food.
I have my versatility food on that it doesn't detect.
Yep.
Oh.
Am I running in place, guys?
No, you're just standing there.
Joe Boy, what was that food called again? I forgot to write it down this week.
No.
Lemon herb fillet.
Okay, if I'm not moving, I gotta reload just a minute.
Thank you, I got it. I meant to do that this week and just got caught up with a lot of life stuff and completely forgot.
It depends on what your versatility is, though, because like the int and versatility are very close as far as scale values for frost mages right now. So if your versatility is not over 5,000, then your int food is going to be better for you than the lemon herb, because it only gives you 1%, so you'll get 1% of 5,000.
Oh yeah, mine's at 38.8. Well,
okay,
3,880.
Okay, then you're better off sticking with the intelligence food for now.
Cool.
But once you exceed 5,000 on your versatility, then lemon herb is great.
Okay. Just make sure you're not putting the shadow blades over the tanks, because I got bounced out of the beam several times.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I might as well not even be in here. I'd die right away.
What's your item level?
Run away,
886.
Run away.
You've got fine.
She ran into the circles from the Unbound
Okay.
Chaos.
Alright.
Yeah, you're gonna drop 3 of those circles.
3, 2, 1.
And all you gotta do is just run around in a little circle.
Just run straight
drop.
back with those.
You can do that too.
Just don't run into anybody else.
Unless somebody's behind you.
Yeah, just avoid. Basically, start jogging and avoiding yellow circles. Yep, cleansing protocol. Back on the boss.
See, like that time, 3 people ran into me.
Run away, little girl. 3.
It really is better just to turn and run straight back instead of running across the whole platform.
Yeah, as long as people aren't standing behind each other, that's the perfect way to do it.
Get close to the maiden for the shield cleansing protocol. It's coming soon.
Might have retaunted the boss by accident. I think I did.
I got it.
Oh, the boss was getting the energy there.
Yeah, because I keep getting bounced out of the beam by the cleansing.
4, 3, 2, 1. Run away, little
Triangle,
girl.
triangle.
Run away.
Everybody should be on the boss.
Get Unholy up.
I think tanks were back in the melee range, Unholy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Destruction.
Cleansing protocol. Second hero, please. Alright, back on the boss. Only the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Maiden's gonna die soon.
Yeah, just stay on the avatar until then.
I'll kite her out a little ways.
Bane's down. He's going to start gaining energy.
Or not.
Oh, he was right at the brink, wasn't he?
Yeah, we only got 3 beams though.
You need to take him. Okay. We need to move together.
Don't run away. We gotta go with you.
Oh, crap! She moved and threw me in the lava.
Got me killed.
Don't move if you've got it on you. Just stay where you are.
Yeah, they ran away. I tried to catch up with them to keep them alive.
Run away, little girl.
All right, back away from the boss.
Drinking.
If you get the dark mark, get to a place not touching another purple, and then stay there.
Stop.
Just stay there. It's good to have 3 people join them. We only had 2 with Theo there.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Pop me.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
You.
Oh, get him up.
How did? Okay.
Get him up.
I still had like 2 seconds left on Bop. That's interesting.
I don't know
Thank
if lava counts as physical damage.
Is it only physical?
Stay
damage?
away from me.
Stop
I
at the
got
mark.
this.
Stop.
I got this.
He can turtle it.
Yeah, but he shouldn't. You save it for later when we need it.
There's no guarantee I'll get it later, Joe.
Yeah, but we don't know that. Everybody can't. We gotta do something standard.
4.
Well, as long as he says that he's doing it.
Guys, just fight.
Run away, little girl.
Run away.
Move him out on the next one.
Yeah, I can shield myself that time.
I have AMS, so I'll do it. I just didn't see the timer on that one.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
God damn.
Minute 13 before another res.
Run away.
It's doing so much more damage than it was last week.
We're also leaving him in the lava.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
overlap
only
the
an
circles.
so.
It doesn't matter. Tanks are both dead. We're toast.
Yeah.
There's a pylon right over him.
Hey, why don't you guys, like, at the beginning just move them a little bit out into the lava, not super far away if you want
2,
to?
1.
It'll save some of the platform, but, I mean, it seems like it's killing you tanks more than it's helping save the platform at the moment.
Yeah, it does hurt for, you know, lava percentage.
So, Bop only works for physical damage now?
Yeah,
I thought it was
protecting
full
them
immunity.
for physical attacks for 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, he wasn't attacking me when you bopped me.
And like all taken is saying is that you guys are getting
Yeah, I know.
so
I
far
understand.
they
Yeah.
they can't heal you that far out.
Yeah, I understood that. I just.
Okay, now here's a question for you healers. Do we need a 5th? Would it make your life easier?
It definitely would make it easier.
I don't know.
We're gonna lose DPS.
I just was wondering if they're handling enough.
I don't know. We seem to be fine. It's the lava does a ton of damage.
I mean, remember last week we got to 1% and we didn't go all the way into the lava that far every time. Do we have to go quite as far?
Well, the further I take him out into the lava, the less of the platform he destroys. Problem is the further I go into the lava, the less healing I receive, and then the more damage I take.
Would your shell work in that situation?
I was popping it, but it wasn't doing enough apparently. And last week it seemed like it was.
The maiden can survive a little bit longer. Now here's the thing. If we do it absolutely perfectly, then we might get 4 of those cleansing protocols on the maiden. She died a little bit early, and then we get more damage on the boss before we drop down. So, yeah, it can make a difference, and we could try and push that. Like if we could have the tanks tank the maiden. We do want 4 cycles if possible. It just depends on the group. So if the tanks want to tank her further away from the boss so she's not taking any cleave, you know, like tank her somewhere around the middle or something, you know, of the pathway there, then she won't be taking any cleave from the boss. And if everybody's really, really careful about only hitting her when she's in cleansing protocol and immediately switching back to the boss, then we can get 4 of those cleansing cycles. If we get 4 of the cleansing cycles, she'll die after the 4th one. We just have to be on point with that. And that'll give us more time to attack the boss before we drop down. He'll be alive less for a lower amount of time down below. So yeah, we can do that.
All right, I'll move the marks back a little bit.
Can you mark the tanks, or are you getting unmarked?
We're getting unmarked.
Okay, because when I get the shadowy blades, I'm trying to look for you so I don't run them over you, and I'm like, wait,
well,
I can't find them.
If you look for Maiden, that's where the tanks are going to be.
Well,
okay.
The Maiden's also going to be standing on what looks like little airplane lights on the ground there. So the only one that's going to be lit up is the one that she's going to be standing on.
No, I know that, but sometimes.
So I mean, we don't need the markers because the markers aren't really there for anything.
No, the markers are there so we can call out which one it's on.
It's for the tanks for organizational purposes. It's just so the tanks can say that, you know, to each other that they want to take her
to that color or this one.
That one or that one.
Yeah, I got news for you. The camera angles suck.
Especially when you're standing up underneath the boss.
All right, well, let's give it another go.
There's Jeeves at the foot of the steps.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Drew.
I didn't know Bob only did physical now. It used to be full immunity, didn't it?
It used to be. I don't know when they changed it, but yeah. I checked I checked last time and it said physical. I'm like, it seems like lava would be physical.
No, it's fire damage, so it counts as magic.
2, 1.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Main's at 75 energy, and she's 100. We'll be on that.
2, 1.
88.
Triangle.
Sorry.
Here comes our first. There it is. Cleansing protocol. Back on the boss.
Okay, I'm gonna let my stacks drop.
Watch your impales.
Run away, little girl.
3,
Run away.
2, 1.
Maiden just passed 60 energy.
Take Avatar. cleansing.
Destruction.
Four, three, two, one.
Nice job.
Run away, little girl.
She's not in the beam. There we go.
All right, second hero, please.
Four, three, two, one.
All right, she's at 87.
Beware.
91. She's at 100. Unbound Chaos.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Keep hitting her.
They need to move her closer to the pylon then.
Nope, she got it off.
Ouch.
Four, three.
Did everybody there switch? Remember to switch to the maiden?
We did, but we had to run out.
Yeah,
You
we
can
don't
survive in that zone.
Where she stops, we're okay because you
No,
don't have
not
to.
where she was. No.
That's what killed
She
me.
would.
There were 5 DPS down.
We had 5 DPS down at that point.
We
Yeah.
did.
We did.
There were a
She
few
needs to
swaps
be
where Melee
closer.
got
She needs to
hit.
be inside where that ring is. That's just past where the boss is. She needs to be on this side of it, toward the stairs.
They did. They ran her out there. She was out there.
right. She was on that line.
Are you saying you want him to tank her out there the whole time?
She needs to be a little closer to the pylon than to the boss, because when we get those two things that happen at the same time, we have to get off her. Otherwise, we all take that damage.
Huh? Because it looked to me like they were tanking her on the ring, the
Yes,
first ring
and that's
coming
too
out.
close. If when that damage goes out, we're all taking unnecessary damage. If you move her closer to the
No,
pylon,
She moved her halfway
we
to
do
the
this fight
pylon.
every week.
I
do
get
this
that.
fight every week, and that's how you get it without the damage. If you want to keep doing it that way, that's fine. But we're going to take a massive amount of damage, and the healers are going to use all their mana. It's just a suggestion. It doesn't have to be taken.
There's no need to get testy. I'm just saying that, like he's taken her to about here during the rupture. It's like a few steps, and I don't. And this area right here is fairly safe, and we take a little bit of damage, but it's not massive damage. Are you saying tank her out here the whole time and then pull her out to here, like right up to the pylon at the
She
end?
doesn't have to be on the pylon. That's not what I've said. But we'll keep doing it the other way. That's fine.
That was a question. It wasn't a statement. Are you saying not move her at all during that rupture? Just tank her out here and then don't move her during the rupture?
If she's tanked more toward the pylon than that ring, if we get a situation where we get the rupture and her cleansing thing, we have to run farther away to not take all that damage. Then that gives her more of a chance to explode. So it's just a bad situation when two things happen at the same time. So if she's moved closer away, if she's moved away from the boss more, then we have a better chance of DPSing her without taking all that damage. That's all I'm trying to say.
So you're saying, like, about instead of doing like closer to that ring, that first ring, just closer to the pylon, more than halfway between. Is that what you're
About
saying?
right here. right where this second little light is going to be.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot.
Five, four, three, two, one. Beware.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Four, three, two, one.
Yep.
Destruction.
Cleansing.
Run away, little girl.
Four,
Run away.
three, two, one.
Triangle.
Get the healer up.
Destruction.
Cleansing.
Four, three, two, one.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
What are we doing that's losing so many people during the blades?
It's all melee. It's because it's not the blades that's getting them, it's the tank swap. There's a downtime after the, after the Rupture Reality. If the tanks don't get into melee range, he hits a melee instead.
Three, two, one.
Square.
Destruction.
Second hero, please.
Cleansing.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Just remember, on cleansing, everybody needs to switch to the maiden.
We aren't going to have the DPS to do another cleansing. We should probably finish off the maiden.
Just cleave her down then?
Just, yeah. because we barely made it right there, and I heroed and popped on my cooldowns and stuff.
All right,
so
get unholy up.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Okay, now you don't have another one for 4 minutes.
We're not gonna do it in time for the next cleansing.
Yep. It's.
I tried
We're
it.
done.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, just barely.
Holy crap!
That was on the mark right
But
there.
we've lost a tank and we don't have a res.
Yep.
Oh.
It's alright,
I
we're
put down
down
my
2
totem.
healers too.
Someone should have it.
Yeah, we're so close to respawn.
We've got half the raid dead anyway, though.
Yeah.
Going down to here.
I'm still alive.
Good for you.
The view's a lot better from up here. You guys look like little ants.
Your body doesn't come down and join us?
Nope.
No.
So that means we can't res you if we were holding one?
Yeah. I
That's good to
bet
know.
you're out of range.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Don't run away, little girl.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, it's just... we're not going to make it, so you might as well die it off.
I just died.
It's going to take the around 10 minutes to die anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we afford the DPS for the tank to switch before the cleansing is done to go back so we aren't losing our
It's
DPS?
not the cleansing, it's when we're running back and into melee range of Rupture Reality. After the Rupture Reality ends, we have to run back into melee range for him to hit us instead of a melee, is the problem.
So we just need melee to stop running in before you?
Yeah. I don't know if that's
Does it
the
work that way?
solution. It's tanks. Well, problem with it, I think it's mostly when it's me who has aggro, because I have a 45 seconds speed boost I'm using to get out, and then I can't get back in time. So I guess I can start using it to get back in instead of.
So the first 2 people
Getting
that
out.
died was Faffard and either Archon or.
It was
Unholy.
Fafford and Archon.
Yeah.
How did they die?
Those were blades.
I had the blades on
got
me, and he ran right in front of me.
Oh, they just.
I had a
They
clear
were on
shot.
me, too.
Well, yeah, there's 3 of them that go out, but I had
You got double.
I had a clear shot, and I think he had it, and he ran right to me, and we got double smacked.
Yeah, Johnny, don't use your speed boost to run out. You don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't cross the streams. That's the lesson there.
Well, nobody else can see. Just so you guys know, if you get those arrows, nobody else can see the line, the purple line. Only you can see it.
And he has to see.
Yes.
For the
No, but they
tank,
can- so-
because I can't dodge it if I can't
Right.
see it. where
So
I'm at.
it's more of the responsibility of the person who has the arrow to look and see that he's not hitting too many people. I mean, you're bound to hit 1 or 2, because my arrow came from the left side and I was on the right side of the room, so it came clear across the map.
Well, if you can dodge your edge. Sorry.
You could dodge your edge.
I mean, do we think we need one more healer?
Well, healers, what do you think? Are you guys
I don't
keeping
think-
up or not?
If we were adding a person, sure, I would choose healer first. But to lose DPS to add a healer, no, I don't think I would do it.
Yeah, I
Already
don't.
struggling
people
on
aren't
DPS
dying
right
from
now.
lack of heals. People are dying from
From the
lack of-
mechanics.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're barely holding it in there, but it's not us that's letting you guys die. It's the mechanics.
Yeah. So I mean, 4 healers is supposed to be perfect, and we only have 3.5 groups, so it's actually more than we need, technically.
Right. The two things that are taking us out is, one, people are getting killed by either the swirlies on the ground or by the shadowy blades, and they're just dying because they're not getting through the mechanics right there, which that can't be healed through really. If they get doubled up or they step into like a double swirly or something, or a triple swirly, then they're just dead. And the other thing that has been killing us occasionally is lack of enough DPS on the cleansing protocol. Now that's partially due to, we have to turn up the DPS a little bit, and also due to people dying from the other mechanics. It's kind of a double whammy on that. I think if we can keep everybody up and everybody does the mechanics right, we'll have the DPS to do the cleansing protocols cleaner. But like that last cleansing protocol where I was saying we need to kill the maiden and she still went to cleansing protocol, we just barely got through that. The only reason why we got through it was because we got up unholy too.
100, yeah, it was really close to getting that one.
It was on the mark.
Would there be any disadvantage to tanking her on the fourth little light, right up the line, so farther away from the boss?
No, not not necessarily. No.
Just that we didn't have to move
the only
at all.
disadvantage. Here's the one disadvantage that happens if you tank further out away from the boss is when they have to transition from line to line. They have a further distance to go, so the boss is going to absorb more energy during the transition until they get the mini boss into the beam, because every time the mini boss is not in the beam, the boss is absorbing the energy. Now if they can get her there and we can still get 4 cleansing protocols, then it doesn't matter how much energy the boss absorbs as long as we finish off the maiden, or as long as we finish off that 4th cleansing protocol. It just depends on how fast the tanks can get her from point A to point B. Now, because like let's say that it's orange, let's say they're way over on the orange one, that's the pylon, and they're tanking her way out at the edge, and they have to take her all the way over to the square one, the blue square. The boss is going to absorb a lot of energy during that time, because it's either her absorbing energy or the boss absorbing energy. That's why if you're tanking up close, it's a shorter distance for the tanks to pull her across. But if she's further out, it's further. It's just a matter of RNG at that point.
Yep. Here, let's just do this.
Do we know approximately how much damage we take if we're right here?
Yes.
The big A?
All right. So where I'm standing now, I take a quarter of my hit points, and I'm almost to the pylon. When I was out here,
there's a DPS.
When I was out here,
closet, please.
I only took a third
signing in now.
of my health. But that's my health.
I know as a mage, just with my, now granted it's with my ice barrier, or my ice, just my shield, my personal shield. If I pop my personal shield, and I'm standing right here, I take 0 damage from the rupture. So I stay at 100% if I pop my shield and it's full and I get hit right here. So, I mean, it's totally survivable here. My shield is only, let's see here, what is my shield on here? It's, ice barrier is, I guess 1,000,000. So it's absorbing 1,000,000 damage for me at that point. So
which is about a quarter.
Yeah, it'd be about a quarter. So somewhere in this vicinity is about a quarter.
Yeah, a bunch of us don't have shields. And,
I know.
And what I want to say is I do the same thing. I stand about the same place where you're saying. I don't have a shield. I have leather, but I don't take hardly any damage. And when I'm watching the raid, when this goes out, if people are around here, it's totally okay. I think the healers can manage it.
Yeah, this
so
particular
you guys
area
don't
is safe
need to go
zone.
all the way out, okay?
Yeah, out here, like this last ring, you're taking 0 damage. I mean, we have healers, so we can take a little bit of damage, and yeah, it does eat some of their mana, but we gotta
Not that much though. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
We're
look at
good.
the mechanics over saving healer mana.
And we also have lock
I've
cookies,
actually
don't we?
had to be staying closer to reach the tanks, and so that's why I've seen that I can creep closer and closer and still survive that easy.
Sure.
Yeah, and if
do
they
we want
have
to take our fiver?
Yeah, and if they have their circles down, people can kind of cluster in those too.
Well, what I was
Stand
gonna
a little closer.
What I was gonna say, because it's kind of our thing, is this will be the last pull.
Right.
Before the break.
Oh, you want to do another poll before the break?
I think, yeah. Just let's see if we can do it, because we're there. It's just like me and Arkin Shadow going down. That was just bad timing. He ran over and he didn't know I had it, and we got double whammied.
And remember, if you have if you are over towards one of these sides and you get the shadowy blades pointed at you,
stay there.
You can, you can run right over here and point it at the wall.
Yeah.
And then it's not going to hit anybody. As long as you're not doubling up or there's nobody over there, you can move it away or whatever. But otherwise, if you get a shadowy blade, more or less stay where you're at and let other people, because they can see those arrows underneath the boss. And I mean, they're big daggers underneath the boss.
Yeah, you can see the big green arrow pointing at a person.
Well, it's purple.
Yeah,
or you can see like the big giant dagger underneath the boss pointed out at, and as long as they're not moving, just make sure that dagger's not pointed at you, and you're good.
Yeah. And the guy who has it gets to see the line between the dagger and you.
No, I did see at one point we had a dagger on the right-hand side that was pointed to the left, and a dagger on the left-hand side that was pointed to the right, and it was crisscrossing in the middle, and I was like, ooh, glad I wasn't sitting in that spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so as melee, I get the dagger. I see the line.
Go closer to the boss.
Go even closer?
Yeah, I mean, if you're there, just step closer to the boss, because it's only going to go from the boss to you.
No, it goes through you. It'll go through you. So
what I've been doing is
rotate towards
when
the wall.
if I get targeted, is I run over to the corner of the circle in the wall. So you're basically behind the boss.
That's kind of what I was thinking of doing, but then I was like, I'd never gotten it before, so I was like, oh shit.
As long as somebody else isn't there already.
Yeah, just if you're melee and you get it, just take it to one or the other corner, or as far over as you can, or just hold still. If those spaces are still full, like let's say that 3 melee get it by some weird chance, and one goes to one side and one goes to the other, and you can't go to one of those sides, just stand still and let it come out and go across the room. Everybody else will try and dodge it.
I'm reading what it says in the adventure guide, so I don't know, maybe this is wrong or not, but it sounded like the shadowy blades hit that person and create a pool right there, so it doesn't continue on.
It just hits anybody who's in their, like, whatever range it is.
I'll read it if you want. Each player hit by a blade creates a pool of lingering darkness and causes an explosion inflicting.
Yeah, that pool of lingering darkness is like the splash damage that happens there. And in heroic, that pool stays. In normal, it just dissipates immediately. But it does like hit anybody in the path on
within
the way
7
there.
yards. Yeah. Okay. Well.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
She's not in the beam. There you go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Moon.
Beware.
Sorry, didn't mean to hit you guys. She's about to go cast her thing. There she is.
We lost 2 people already.
Yeah, we lost
Get unholy up.
No, we lost the tank already.
Yep, sorry.
We don't have a res.
Beware.
Run away, little girl.
4,
Run away.
3, 2, 1.
Falling out of the tower immediately got me.
I think that was after the tank died.
Oh boy.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's a wipe.
Yeah, because I can't move out.
Yeah, so it's going to be a wipe here.
And we did have other DPS.
We're not gonna make
just
the
stop
cleansing
DPS.
protocol,
Just stop DPS, and it'll pop us.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we could all use a break.
Yeah.
But I just got here.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
All right, you keep battling. We'll take a break.
But I'm dead.
You know, I have to say, there's a part of me that hopes that we finish this on the last pull, mostly because I don't want to. I'm really not looking forward to explaining the kill chain fight.
It's
I'm
complicated,
having
isn't
a
it?
lot of issues, and it's not just one; it's multiple ones, with hunters strafing straight across instead of running straight back. I'm having a lot of issues with that because I'm going just turning around and going to the wall. And then I've got a line of green that I have to, cross or whatever. But
Are you talking about the swirlies on the ground?
The green stuff.
Yeah. So you don't have to run really fast. It's like move, drop, move, drop, move, drop.
You can actually walk backwards and get out of it.
Exactly. You don't have to take off running.
Yeah,
in the way of the people running straight back.
Right.
What I think she's saying.
What I usually do is I just look for an opening where there is nobody at, because if there's somebody behind me, which is often, then I can't run straight back because they're going to be dropping pools that I will run straight into if I run straight back. So I'll pick a direction where there's nobody at, and I'll just kind of walk in that direction a little bit and drop my pools, because it's like it drops and then you have like a 1 second or 1.5 second delay, and then it explodes, and then you can just move out of it. But I just look for a direction where there's nobody at, and then kind of try and head that way.
But there are like hunters like right behind me that are just strafing it straight across, or even in front of me.
Forward too if you see too much behind you.
By the time I turn around and start running, it's too late. It's just they just cross right in my path.
Well, but you don't have to run straight back. You don't have to run straight forward. You can go in just a little semicircle. That's all I ever do.
Yeah, because it's only three drops. I was paying
attention.
I
understand that, and I do know that you can just walk back, and because I was blinking backwards, and I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to get out of it, and I'm dropping it. But
yeah, what I would say in that instance is just really just do your best to find an open space. If somebody's going to drop one on you, just blink immediately. Just blink out of that spot. So you're not in danger anymore. I know it's not ideal, but because hopefully there's just space for you to run. But if you get in a tight spot, just blink out.
I'm not trying to add fuel to the fire there, but I'm having the same issue. I will go walk straight back to get out of it, and somebody will go sideways behind me. So I'll end up running right into it when I shouldn't have a problem. It's because somebody else didn't do what they were supposed to do. I think that's what she's saying. It's not that she's having a problem avoiding it. It's that someone else isn't doing it right and causing her to have a problem that she shouldn't be having.
Thank you.
I've had the same issue.
Well, it is an issue because it's everybody who gets it. So what you could do is go ahead and set yourself a range marker for 10 yards and constantly stay 10 yards away from anybody. Well, and Theo can't do that because he's melee, but definitely with the mages you can definitely stay out 10 yards away.
That doesn't help it.
Because as a hunter, right. As a hunter,
break, right?
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, I'll set a timer. As a hunter, I stay at where I'm at right now, where I'm jumping up and down. I stay right here the entire fight. I never get any closer to the boss. Now, I may have to run over sideways, over this way, just to get to Maiden when she does her shield. But, I mean, literally, I never go any closer than this because I'm in range here. And if I'm in range, any mage should be in range too.
No, what we're saying is we haven't had any... I stand here. I stand about in the same place. I get the stuff on me. I go right straight back here.
Right.
And
but
if everybody's going straight, we can usually... we have 3 lines of people going straight back.
Correct.
We got
but
people going,
if...
We're standing here and we're running run it back.
Right. So what I'm saying is you don't have to run in a straight line. You can literally watch my pattern. I go this way, then I go this way, then I go this way. That's as far as I ever move. And I put all 3 circles down in that little tiny area. Where if you turn around and you run straight back, you're not going to be done running till here to drop 3 circles.
Yeah,
But if there's somebody standing next to me, which there usually is, a lot of times I have like 2 other people right off to the side of me, and we're all running straight back. If we all started going like this next to each other, we're going to be hitting each other that way too.
There you go. Then set yourself a range marker, and stay. Even if it's not 10, stay 8 yards away.
Or 20.
Or yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room. It's just you got to be in range of Maiden when we got to switch over. Otherwise, all you got to do is be in range of the boss. But if Maiden's clear across the other side of the room, it's tough for me to get range from here. I have to run about halfway there.
You can always watch when the timer starts coming, and then look around you and see who's near you as well too. You know, the DVM timer.
I think that's the problem. Is that if somebody's behind you, then you start running. Like I'll try to go straight back, but if somebody's behind me, then I'll have to go sideways because there's no other way I can go.
Sometimes I go forward. So somebody's
go forward
I
too.
go forward.
Yeah, go forward too.
Well, that's what I'm saying though, is that you can run forward and nobody's there, and you can go and say you're clear on the backside, and either way, there's somebody strafing right across.
But are people dying because of that?
Sometimes, but only when they run into other people's circles instead of turning and moving away from those circles. Like there's times when I'm standing like where I'm standing right now, and there's somebody off to my right or off to my left, and it's clear in front of me, so I start running forward a little bit to get out of it, and then maybe I step over here, and then somebody comes running right straight through me, and I just move out of their circle and drop mine off the other way. I just pay attention to what's happening right there. I stop DPSing and make my adjustments as necessary. Or I'll just keep firing off ice lances because I do that out of habit anytime I'm moving. But it's just...
Can I get a summons, please?
It's just really, just look around you when that's happening and adjust. Because for me, it doesn't really always work to just run straight back. I can't just run straight back because more often than not, there's somebody behind me because I usually hang out about here, and then there's more range that are hanging out a little bit behind me and stuff. So I got to go a different way.
Somebody come over and click.
And and if I see somebody running towards my path, let's say I'm running at an angle like this because that's where the open path is, and I see somebody coming towards me, I turn away from them, to the nearest open path so that I'm not trying not to get in their way either. But it's just you just have to be really aware and look around. I mean, There is no formula that if we always do this, it's going to work out perfectly. Running straight back might work for a lot of folks, but it's not situationally. It's not going to work. But I mean, I get what you're saying that people like somebody runs sideways and it puts a circle in front of you and you've got to dodge it. That sucks, but just turn and dodge it.
Well,
I don't think people die if you just get hit. I've been hit
just
occasionally.
One. No, one's not going to kill you, but. If you get like a double up, if you get like 2 or 3 of them, that'll kill you.
And it's still unnecessary damage that the healer shouldn't have to heal.
True.
But
this is one of those mechanics that you don't have any control over who's behind you or who's next to you or what direction they're going to go. But literally what I keep seeing more than not is people run a long distance with it, and you don't have to. Because I see them spread out. There'll be one dropped, and there's a space between one circle and another from the same person dropping it, when all they had to do is just step forward, drop another circle, step forward. It doesn't go off right away once you drop it. There's about a 1.5 second delay before it blows up, and all you got to do is be outside that little circle to drop the next one.
Once you stepped out of the swirly, there's no damage. So, and you don't take damage from being in the swirly. It's just when it explodes. Most of the damage is when somebody steps into a circle that's already there.
Yeah.
Because they're running in a certain direction, and they don't turn or they don't adjust on the fly. So they step into a circle, it explodes, and boom, they take some damage. I've been standing in a spot, and 2 of us are there when it starts up, and we're both like standing right next to each other. We both drop a circle. We run opposite directions. There's a double right there behind us, but neither of us get hit by it because we both step out. It's just the mechanic. I don't think that's the thing that's killing us still.
There's no real set way to do this mechanic without just being aware, because
the only way we could do a turn around and run backwards is if we had everybody making sure that they were standing shoulder to shoulder with each other.
And nobody's behind anybody.
Yeah, and nobody's back behind them.
Well, that's not really true, because as you said, you drop off 3. Most people are far enough back. If they run back from where they are, they're not going to run into mine that I'm running in front of them.
Well, if they're closer than a few yards, then yeah, you'll run right straight into their path if they're leaving one behind.
It's possible.
But, yeah, it's just, leave yourself a little space. Don't get too cramped up with other people. Position yourself well so that you've got room to make your stuff survivable, because he's not wrong. I mean, you drop the first swirly, you take a couple side steps this way, you drop the second one, take a step forward, drop that one, take a step to the left, drop that one, take another step, and you're out of it, and that's over.
Yeah.
You're not. It's done, and you didn't even travel outside of an 8-yard circle. So it's just, if other people are the problem, and as far as swirlies go, like you're saying, put up a range marker, give yourself some space. Give yourself some space to avoid any other people. And if they run into your space, just move out of their circles. I know it's annoying, but the mechanics are annoying.
Yeah, this is a tough, frustrating fight. Don't get me wrong, it is, because it's 2-stage, and we haven't even hit the second stage but 3 times.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, this fight is a joyride compared to what killed Jaden is.
Yeah.
That fight is a mess, and it is mechanics horrifying.
Just to explain it, I'm sure it'll be complicated.
Well, let me give you an idea. For this fight, I wrote up it was basically like a page and a quarter of my handwritten notes, right? For all the mechanics that are necessary and all the details that are necessary. I've been writing down the notes for Kill Jaden. I'm not even done yet. I'm on 2 pages, and I still have a phase and an intermission phase yet to write notes about. So, I mean, it's double the amount of mechanics from this fight.
Yep. All right.
They overlap.
Ready to check to see who all is back.
Hey, since I know maybe not for this phase, but phase 2, have we thought about, since we added a DPS, switching the healer now, since we added one?
Well, let's see how it goes first. Because technically we have 4 healers, and you should have 1 healer per group, and we're just at, basically 3 people in the 4th group.
Honestly, we need more DPS than we need healers.
We have 4 full groups and a 5th part of a 5th group.
Right, but there's only 2, so I would say we're a little shy on heals, yes, but I don't think it's not impossible to do.
Let's face it, one of these people in this little bitty group here is more of a dust mop anyway, so...
That is a mean thing to say. He's gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
Actually, I was talking about his wife.
Well, and his name's Swiffer, not Dust Mop.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Cal.
Yeah, I've spent more time on the floor than Swiffer has.
Yeah, he's actually been staying alive while Cal's been dying.
I don't think I've spent more time on the floor anywhere besides this freaking fight.
Yeah, it's not an easy fight.
Like, everything happened to me. Like, I was the first one down, 2 in a row. Like,
oh, no,
Reich went down.
I got you beat.
Reich went down.
The Mealy's taking a thrashing from that switching at the moment.
I was going to say, I added my res pet, so we have another res if we need it.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it's the charges that's the problem. We have, 3 DKs and a shaman who can res.
And a hunter. I can res.
So we've got V-reses. It's just
Well, I was only here for the last poll, but I mean the tank went down. If I had had my res pet out, I could have gotten her up.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it was just that intermittent, because I had Maiden and she had
we're still waiting on Sky.
And when Donna went down, it just immediately switched to the closest melee, and I wasn't in melee range because I was taking Maiden further out.
Fate does matter.
Because Faye was the one that rezzed me.
Yeah.
I was going to ask.
And you
though,
guys
if a
danced
pet-
around her.
If a pet reses, though, does that count or
Yes.
not?
It does.
does.
Yeah, the only
It
res
does
that
count,
doesn't
so it doesn't
count.
matter.
No.
Yeah, they have a shared. They all
The
have
only
a
res
shared
that
cooldown.
doesn't count towards the charges is the shaman personal res.
Yeah, the
Okay.
resurrection or whatever it's or not resurrection.
We need a shaman tank then, right?
It used to be a thing.
Does the soul stone from
It does.
It does count.
because you
That
can
counts
use
too?
it because you can use it as a battle res now.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
You can put it on during the
Shaman's
fight
res
when
does
they're
not
dead.
count.
Oh, I didn't know you could do it like in line.
Yeah, it
like
actually
Yes.
count. You can use it as a normal battle res. If
You-
the person's dead, you can cast it on him, and it'll give him the ability.
You could
It
also
used to be that you could only do it before a fight.
correct,
Right.
but you can still do that. You could put it on the tank, but once she uses it, it counts as a battle res.
But you know, that's a good point, though. Even though it counts, maybe we should have Sixes do that because Donna's having trouble staying alive. And that would be a faster for her comeback.
We could, yeah.
Yeah, if he put the soul stone on her just straight away, and
Yeah,
then
because we're going to use it on her anyway.
she can just use it right away when she dies
User
and get right
entered
back
Right.
up
Right.
without having
There
to call
she
it.
is.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
On my way back.
Yep. As soon as she gets logged in, then
something
we'll-
about staying alive, and I was thinking Bee Gees. I don't know.
You weren't the only one.
Okay, let's play it.
every time I hear that song, I think of the movie Seven Kingdoms.
I think of Pam and Archer in the show Archer.
Oh no, see, Seven Kingdoms had the trolls.
Pam. I love Pam.
I think
Yeah,
it's sweat
when she
hogs.
does mouth to mouth on Cyril.
Oh,
All right, let's hear them Bee Gees.
my favorite episode of that was, it was actually a couple episodes, was when Pam got hooked on cocaine, and
That was
she
a
was
whole
always,
season.
Yeah, she was like munching on the cocaine.
Yeah, make
got
sure
all
you check
skinny
your
and hot.
flasks. They expired.
Are we
Yeah,
really
was there a
ready, or
flask
was
that went
that-
out, or
Yeah, that's
Is that
Yeah, we're all here.
if everybody who didn't put their flask on put them on, then we're ready.
and I've got a new flask? Okay. Not sure the wife has one, but
Excuse me.
He's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah, he
So
has
are
the
you.
past couple nights.
And yeah, don't
it's
forget.
hot here.
Make sure you're switching right back to the avatar after the maiden's thing is done.
3, 2, 1. Run away, little girl. Run away. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Square.
She's at 88.
Destruction.
Maiden. Back to the avatar.
Run away, little girl. 4, 3, 2, 1.
She's at 91.
Destruction.
Protocol.
Four, three, two, one.
Triangle.
Back on the avatar.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Can I get second hero, please?
I got her.
Four, three, two, one.
Get Jordan up.
Destruction.
Cleansing.
Run away, little girl.
Rupturing.
Run away.
Back on the avatar.
Got her.
Four, three, two, one.
Got him.
Destruction. Run away, little girl. Run away.
Cleansing protocol.
Four, three, two, one.
Back on avatar.
It's gonna be breaking the floor here in a sec.
Yep. Oh, nice. I can instant cast on the way down to the floor.
Aiming.
Just get them all the way to the edge, tanks, if you can. Alright, stack up with some of these marks.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Drinking.
Four, three, two, one. Run away, little girl. Run away.
The next one, I'll run a mountain bubble.
Okay. Okay, go.
Four, three, two.
Don't take him too far. We
Yeah,
can't
that's
melee
good.
from there.
Run away, little girl.
Back in.
Run away.
Don't overlap those.
Separate.
There's overlapping ones.
Use your personals.
Four, three, two, one. Run away, little girl. Run away.
Drinking.
Got this.
Nice job, everybody!
Joe Booey,
Holy
get ready.
baloney.
I think we're all gonna watch a video. Right, Joe Bui?
Oh man,
Well, when you finish, come up here where everybody's standing on the other side of the lava, and then you get to see your cutscene.
I was gonna say, how about we just do a couple abilities and pull, and then just so we can see it, as opposed to try to. The whole fight.
What cutscene?
A thought.
Yeah, I'll have to explain some of it. I can explain. How about I explain first phase and first intermission?
Yeah, phase 1 seemed to be pretty easy from what I saw.
No.
Yeah, but that way at least we can see
Relatively easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not gonna take a long time. I'll try and do first phase and first transition.
Well, as soon as I realized that I didn't have to back up as far as I was, it made
That was a really short cutscene.
That made it a lot easier.
What are you talking about when he explodes?
No, the other one where we were dropping the circles.
Oh, right.
Congrats on
what?
I doubt there's anything anybody wants to trade, but if they do, go ahead and speak up.
Artifact power.
Link it to. Yeah, I got gold and artifact power actually.
I got gold.
All right, we got plate hands. If anybody wants those plate hands, ground shatter gauntlets.
Problem is I have tier hands, so I can't get rid of them.
Well, and don't roll.
I'll roll for off-spec, but that's not all I'll roll on.
Can we get more lock cookies too, please?
Yeah, if you want to put those up, do you care if they go up for off-spec there?
Are you talking about the plates?
Yeah, plate hands.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, off-spec roll for the plate hands if anybody wants them.
He doesn't really want them.
Not really, apparently.
I'll give you $2 for that, $1 for each one.
Oh, and
Zeke's only wants it a little bit
Zeke's
more.
not much more.
Yeah, he's a cloppy. He can't wear them.
My off spec.
Yeah. Shaman plate wearer.
Yeah, the priest tanking.
All right, let's smash some trash and see if we can get up there for a pull.
Well, I'm gonna trade with all taken first, so.
No, he doesn't.
Did wake up. I didn't see. Yeah, I'll take it.
Anybody need repairs?
Yeah, I'll take him.
I didn't see you.
Shaman can wear plate?
He's not a shaman.
Oh, it's male.
He's a paladin.
He's a pally.
No.
Oh,
it's
shit.
plate.
I'm looking at Alteras. Or a Terra.
Whose backside are you looking at?
Yeah,
Adonis.
somebody's better than mine.
For some reason, it didn't give me the option.
That would be mommy.
Roll.
Redneck word of
Nice
the day.
save.
Adonis.
That's not how you say it.
That's how you say it now.
I wasn't looking,
No.
Adonis.
That was horrible.
Hi, Cal. What were you looking at there?
I'm just kidding. I know it's Ataris, like Atari. On the ass.
Atari-ish. Right.
Well, that's like my mage is Katina's, but it was Katina, but I couldn't do it because somebody already had it, so I just added an S.
And now it's Katniss.
Now it's Katniss, yeah. Thanks to the movie.
You do the Hunger Games, yeah?
All right, pull trash.
I heard pull.
Yep.
My finger, yeah.
No, don't pull his finger.
It's a trap.
I love DKs and their death grip.
Isn't it nice?
Wishing I rolled a DK.
It's actually nice having tanks, another tank that isn't a DK, because I can't really do anything else other than death grip.
So you're saying you're a one-trick pony?
Yeah, apparently.
And then they built all the dungeons around gripping things together.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the Arcway. I hate that one.
5 seconds on all Gorfiends.
I actually just started running this guy on blood to level his weapon, and then I was using the mass grip thing, but I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, and then it realized it pulls it towards the target, not towards me.
Yep. So if you cancel your target and then use it, or if you macro it so it targets yourself, you'll pull it to you.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I want to death grip myself. Okay.
Oh.
When I think about you, I touch myself.
I do that every Saturday night.
It is
Think
Saturday
about it.
night.
Touch yourself.
The petite
Death
mort-
grip. You sickos. Death grip.
Well, you said it right after the comment she made.
What were you thinking of?
And he did that on purpose, too. Don't let him kid ya.
Shadow Knights in EQ. I'm gonna harm touch myself.
Can I just throw stuff at him instead?
Don't fall off the bridge, you can.
Mrs. Mac will.
Oh,
She'll
geez,
throw
don't worry. He will get plenty of stuff thrown at him. As soon as he comes downstairs to cook dinner.
I just gotta look
Okay.
over the railing and throw things.
All right, I'm going to try and go through this first phase and intermission thing as quickly as possible. All right. First, yeah, the key to this fight is, first of all, is knowing the mechanics and being prepared for them. Overall. All right, you want to position the boss in the middle of the platform here, and the tanks are going to face him away from the raid. Then he's going to do Fell Claws, which Fell Claws is a 12-second buff. And then what that does is it gives him a cone cleave, and it applies a stacking debuff that increases damage taken by 35%, and it lasts for 20 seconds. Each tank should take a whole cycle of the Fell Claws and then swap out as soon as the Fell Claws is done. Then there's another mechanic that everybody's gonna have to pay attention to. It's called Armageddon. Armageddon puts multiple small meteors. They're like orange swirlies on the ground, and then one large orange swirly that's on the ground. Now the large orange swirly can be tanked by the tank can run in and absorb that one, but all the small ones, every one of them needs a person standing in it, because if they don't, it's gonna kill us. So every orange swirly on the ground needs one person standing in it. However, every time you get in it, you get a 60-second debuff on you. That makes the next one, you're going to absorb even more damage on that. So try to only absorb one. If you've absorbed one, don't absorb a second, is if there's somebody already going into it. But if it's empty, go ahead and get into it. You can take 2 of them and still survive. You take a 3rd one, you're dead. So don't take more than 2. But you could take 1. The large swirly can be taken by people with immunity, so you can bubble it, you can ice block it, that sort of thing. but generally speaking, we should probably let one of the tanks take the larger swirly. There's another type of effect that the boss is going to do called Rupturing Singularity. What that's going to do is put a big black purpley mark on the ground, and there's an orb in the air that gradually drops down and lands in that black spot. That it's going to do a knockback. Now that knockback is going to knock us back pretty far, but what you're going to want to do is the first one's going to show up right in the center of the platform here, right in the middle of that green circle there. You don't want to be directly in the black mark. If you stand underneath it when the orb falls and it connects with that, you're dead instant. It's totally lethal damage. But if you're just outside of it, it'll knock you back, and it's going to knock you back to about here or so. If you're like not right next to it, like if you're standing right here when the orb hits, it's going to knock you clean off the platform. So what you want to do is get like about to right here or so, like be near it but not on top of it, and then it'll knock you back to about here or so. And that's going to happen first in the middle. After that, every Rupturing Singularity we get are going to show up out here on these corners of the platform. So as long as we're in the middle of the platform, we're fighting there, it'll knock us back, but it won't knock us off the platform because it's far enough away over here, so it won't do super far knockback. There's another mechanic we have to pay attention to called Shadow Reflections. 3 players are marked with a debuff, which spawns an ad when it expires. Now, there are 2 ways to handle this ad. These 3 ads that pop up after the debuff expires, they will, if they're within 20 yards of each other, they will buff each other every time they cast their spell to do extra damage. We can handle 2 of their castings, a 3rd casting, and they're going to start getting too powerful and they're going to kill us. But if we cleave them down really quickly, then we'll only get about 2 castings and we'll be pretty safe. But if we run into trouble with that, if we're not cleaving them down fast enough, then we'll have to try moving them out about 20 yards away from each other. So those 3 people that get the mark have to get 20 yards away from each other, and the ads will spawn and we kill them. But ideally, let's try it at first. Let's just try and stack the 3 ads up underneath the boss. If you get the mark, come up underneath the boss, drop off your ads there, and then everybody cleave those down as quickly as possible. Like target them and cleave, AOE. At 30 or at 80%, boss is going to transition to from phase 1 into the first intermission. First intermission is going to be the boss is going to jump out from the middle and he's going to go stand outside of our play area, and then we're still going to get the Armageddon and Rupturing Singularity, the orbs that drop down, and the swirlies on the ground. Those are going to keep happening, but we're also going to get something called Bursting Dread Flames. What that's going to do is put a big 15-yard orange circle around players that damages anyone that's inside the circle after 4 seconds. So if you get a big, large circle around you, move away from other players, make sure nobody's inside the circle, and then it'll blow up. And we're also going to get Focused Dread Flames. Now, the Focused Dread Flames it's going to put a red arrow above someone's head, and then it's like with some of the other bosses, it needs to hit as many players as possible. The Dread Flames hit players that are both in front of and behind that player in line with the boss. So if I have the Dread Flames on me and I'm pointed, and the boss is in front of me, everybody in front of me and everybody behind me is going to get hit by it. We split damage. About 1/3 of the raid needs to be inside of that Dread Flame in order for it to be survivable. Otherwise, it'll likely damage us really, really heavily or kill us. And that's it for the first phase and the first intermission. So if we want to give it a try and get a look at it, we could do that.
Yeah, Joe Bowie, what was the one where you had to be by yourself solo?
The solo one is when you get the Bursting Dread Flames.
Bursting Dread Flames.
Yeah, it's a big orange circle, like a big orange ring around your character, and it's a 15-yard range, and you have 4 seconds to get away from other people.
All right.
So yeah.
So those of you who use DBM, you go to Kill Jaden, personal announcements. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down in personal announcements. Change it to SW4 so you get the runaway little girl. It's not set to it.
Okay, so how do I open up that?
So /DBM, Then you go to options.
No,
Or bosses. I'm sorry, bosses. Tomb of Sargeras, kill Jaden, and then it'll bring up the list. And then scroll down till you see personal announcements. It's the it's the third grouping.
And the one you're looking for is called Bursting Dread Flame.
Correct. Change that to SW4.
You'll know when you get it. It is a big orange circle.
No,
yeah,
it's
personal announcement is the
It
third
is
one.
very obvious.
It's the third one. Personal announcements, third group down.
So it says show special warnings on lingering eruption.
No.
No.
Special warnings for.
It's the
for
fifth
bursting
one down.
Dread Flames.
In personal announcements, it's the fifth one down.
Fifth one down.
Yeah, just scroll down under personal announcements, and you'll see show special warning to move away from others for Bursting Dread Flame. Change that one to SW4. And yeah, it's a big orange circle.
Got it.
Now the circles can overlap. Just don't have your circle on top of another player.
I can't be taught. I'm just a little slow.
Yep. So like it doesn't matter if your circle is overlapping another person's circle as long as it's not overlapping a player. Then you're good.
All right, let's pull it and try it.
Do I need to set world markers?
No word markers unless we're going to get to phase 2. And then it's just a positioning thing for the focus dread flames. But otherwise, it's just be careful, be aware. This fight is very dynamic. There's not a lot of clear positioning you can do besides like get behind kill Jaden. All DPS should be kind of stacked up behind kill Jaden. Don't be in front of him. You don't have to be stacked up tight, but just be behind him because he's going to do that cone attack. Melee too. Everyone but the tanks need to be behind him, and only one tank at a time will be in front of him. And they'll switch back and forth. So, because if you get in front of him, he's going to hit you, and he's going to pretty much kill you. So just don't get in front of him.
All right, this will be the last poll for tonight. Hint, hint.
It doesn't work when you do that.
Oh.
Yeah,
It
don't
did-
you know
it did
Murphy's
yesterday.
Law? If you say it, then it doesn't happen.
I thought that was whatever happened or whatever.
Can go wrong, will go wrong.
Yeah, I'm tired. English is hard.
Normally we wouldn't hero here, but I'm just heroing here because we're not going to make it all the way to the end. I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but no, we're not making it all the way.
Back behind the boss.
Everybody behind the boss. Get in those circles.
Oof. Yep, I saw that one coming.
Did he take the big circle?
Yes, she did.
Yeah. I
Well, good
went
job,
for an
Rebecca. That
orange
was
circle.
you took
Way to
one for the
sacrifice.
team. That was excellent.
Thank you,
You
dear.
can ice block those if you do take them as a main.
Yeah, ice block
I
immunity
will
them.
remember
but,
that from now on.
But typically the tank should take the big circles.
I just saw orange circle. Go in orange circle.
That's good. Good.
It's all good.
I'm kind of listening.
Holy crap. Okay. This is an interesting swap.
All right, here's the rupturing singularity. It's going to come down in the middle. Just get close to the center, but not on the center.
2, 1.
Make sure you're pointed towards a corner. See how it almost threw off the edge on the side there?
Tank down.
Get her up.
All right, we're into the first transition phase. So get your circles away from other people. Get in those swirlies. Oh, one didn't get got. One didn't get.
Oh,
that
that's
was
what
one.
that was? Okay.
No, I guess it was 2. That was 2 of them that didn't get. So, see how hardcore those are, right?
I got a pylon down.
Now, all right, that's an instance there where you have the circle on you, and the Armageddon's up. The Armageddon are those swirlies that we're looking at right now on the ground. If you have the big circle on you and Armageddon's up and there's nobody in the swirly, it's better that you get in the swirly and take both the Armageddon and the swirly at the same time rather than leave the swirly to be unattended. Because if it's unattended, it's a wipe, pretty much.
Hey, 80%.
Yeah, we got through the first phase. That's a good thing.
That's right. If we got 10 minutes, if we hurry, we can make another poll.
Is there a res, or do we release? Or
Yeah, it brings you right back at the end of the...
And you can mount here, too, by the way. So you can mount up and get back up. Yeah, we did hero at the beginning, and that's not normal. Normally, we would hero in the beginning of the second phase. Not the first intermission, because we got through first phase and we saw the very beginning of the first intermission. Normally, we will hero at the beginning of the second phase, where there are more mechanics.
All right, let's get back up there, get some food, and move on. Do another.
So a real big thing to focus on here is just make sure you're getting in everybody is like trying to focus on those swirlies. Make sure that there's somebody, if you see a swirly that's empty, get in it. If you've already gotten in a swirly, be prepared to get in another one, but hopefully somebody else will get into it, because we really kind of want to spread those out amongst all the players.
If you're squishy, don't get in a big swirly.
Or unless you have ice block on.
That was bad.
She
walked
died?
off the bridge.
She died right in front of us there. Oh, she stepped off the bridge.
She stepped off the bridge.
Yes, she stepped off the bridge.
And it teleported her body right there to die. I see.
Yes, it did. Sorry.
You're squishy.
Well, it puts a 60-second debuff on you when you absorb a swirly. You can take 2 of them, technically. It's better if you don't. It's better if we spread them around. I mean, there's enough people here that we should all be able to alternate. But it's everybody's responsibility to get in the swirly. Tank's responsibility to get in the big ones. So if you're not the tank that has currently got the boss, go get in the big swirly.
Yeah, she was there. It's just
I probably still had the debuff from the last one if it lasts 60 seconds.
No, it was the
first swirly. No, it was the first swirly, and it was a swirly, and he said get in swirlies, so I got in a swirly. I just picked the wrong damn swirly.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about when I died, because I took the big swirly with you, and then there was the second big swirly.
Yeah.
I went in it because I'm the tank, right? Sure. It should have been Frog, not me.
Yeah.
That's one of the best impressions of a tank I've ever
heard.
Yeah. That's our new tank motto.
Oh, by the way, Lorelei, you get to do the answering machine.
Oh, okay.
James actually requested you.
Oh, now I have to think of something good.
Yep.
I found a website.
Okay, I'll work
if you
on
want
it.
I'll hand you off to Dex. He can say something smart ass.
All right, let's see how this goes. I'm not going to hero here, just on some off chance we make it to phase 2.
5, 4, 3,
so much faith.
2, 1.
This is a rough fight, man.
Beware.
All right, first time we're getting a swirly. Just one person per swirly.
We missed one.
There's one way out there.
The big one.
Yep.
Okay, I took one for the group.
Okay, so.
Hemming.
Make sure you're behind the boss. Don't be in front of it.
He says as he's pointing towards Mac.
Yeah, that hurts.
You don't give yourself enough credit, Mac.
I give myself plenty of credit. It's always my
Magic
fault.
CDs don't do anything, just so you're aware.
Destruction.
All right, it's going to come down in the middle. Just point yourself towards one of the corners and get close, but not on top of that.
Don't go out to the corner yet.
There we go.
So somebody was running.
It's nice being a demon hunter on that.
Beware.
Hit spacebar and it ends.
Getting a swirly. Oh, so you got that
killed
one.
me.
Oh, Dorn took the big swirly.
Oh, get Ricky up.
You can a turtle right before it hits.
Yeah, I missed my turtle punch.
That's okay. We do it a lot. Miss it a lot too.
I watched you die.
Oh, never mind.
All right.
Intermission.
This is intermission phase. Go ahead and spread out a little bit. This part is just survive, right? Don't worry about DPSing the boss. He takes 99% damage.
Don't stand in
reduction.
the swirly.
Get in the swirlies, the little swirlies. DPS and healers to the little swirlies, tanks to big swirlies.
3, 2, 1.
Just hang out and survive. All right, there's a focused red flame. Line up between the boss and her. That was...
It didn't work.
Well, we didn't get quite enough there.
Yeah, she was out on the outside edge. A lot of us were on the
All right,
other
here
side.
comes more swirlies.
You got that one, Donna?
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Oh, we got dread flames
dread
at the same
flame
time.
on somebody else, swirly.
Yeah.
How did I have the debuff from the last one?
Because it stays for a minute, or
yeah,
1
60
minute,
seconds.
No, I have the Armageddon blast from the last one, Donna. So I don't know. Were you just low health, or?
I had the debuff. I saw it as I
It's
ran
60
to it.
seconds, so...
There's phase 2.
Yeah, there's phase 2. If somebody wants to hero for the heal and
I
the
was
healers...
just standing here. I wasn't even doing anything.
Whoa,
That's
geez.
70.
Huge.
1 to 79,
Giant
that's
gnome.
progression.
What was Shadow Reflection?
Shadow Reflection is where it marks 3 players, and it's going to create those ads, and if they're within 20 yards of each other, they buff each other, and they start casting the spell. Every time they cast, they buff each other more. We want to kill all 3 of them before they get to their 3rd cast.
Yeah, Zeet's a bad boy.
He's a death knight.
Beware.
Oh, never mind. Zeets. I thought you were talking about Thiel. Go blood, Thiel.
And those guys are going to show up for pretty much the rest of the fight. Because basically what ends up happening is second phase, what we end up with is all of the mechanics from the first phase and the intermission we get in the second phase at the same time. And then they start overlapping. So we start getting 2 of the mechanics at the same time throughout the fight. And there's like different ways to handle each of those 2 stacks of mechanics. It gets tough.
Well, we know we can make it to the final boss.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll make it. All right. Guys, that's close enough. I think we'll call it.
Hey,
only
I'm
got 2
predicting
minutes.
a Kill Jaden kill next week.
That was so cool to be able to see Kill Jaden. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here's a link, or here's a portal to the Broken Isles, Dalaran. Very specific.
I love that you have to be specific now.
It's a
There's jelly broken Niles.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
If you're doing mythics, drop to mythic 1.
I'll see the rest of you tomorrow
User
at the
left your
podcast,
channel.
but I am
User
getting
left your channel.
All right.
User left your channel.
I'll be working. Have a good day.
Yep.
You too.
Night all.
Thanks
I
to
won't be
everybody
here
for coming.
Next week.
Next week, remember, we're on Discord.
Hey, Joe Booty.
I get Discord set up.
User left your channel.
Do we got the whole group back next week?
I don't know if James is back then or not.
He said it was going to be 3 weeks he was gone.
User left your channel.
Yeah, but they just hit France, so I think that's their last week.
Well, yeah, but I think he's going to be back before next Friday.
Cool.
I think so, anyway.
Yeah. I'll stay. I'll
User
plan to
left your
tank. But Friday and Friday, my mom is coming up from Oregon, so.
Yeah, my mom is here right now, actually. She arrived just before the raid tonight, which I had some time to say hello, give him the tour, hugs, all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, I've got something going on, I'll be busy for 2 hours, but then I'll hang out. Well,
Yeah,
she's here all week, so...
We left
Well, say hi to her. Hello.
I will tell my mom that my friends on the internet said hello.
Hey, Joe Booey, I've
User
got my
disconnected from
110
your
Death
channel.
Knight on Storm Rage,
Oh,
and I guess my
User disconnected from your channel.
that matters to you. So just message anybody in that like do a search for anybody.
Channel switched.
Aha. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Now the only annoying thing is I have to actually type in my email and my password to log in every time. There's no button to say remember me. It's like, what? Is there some setting?
Me either.
Do you log out when you're done?
Yep.
Right. Right. Yeah, I've been using the user setting log out instead of leaving it running. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Ugh. Right. There's also an annoying little blip every time I hit the button. Is there a way to get rid of that? Yes. Yeah. Oh, so can't get rid of it. Yeah, but then if I cough or sneeze or say hello to my cat, you guys all hear it. So I never do that. I tried one time a couple years ago and could not get the darn thing to work. So it would be awesome, but correct, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but I don't see anything yet. Does that mean there's something? Okay. Mhm. Right, right. Okay, so mine's on. It's good. Oh, actually, you're showing up now. I don't need to.